What's up, you guys? Twinlesstwin. We're playing a match with Wizards. We are on the play Mulligan to 6, and we're starting things off with a Tamiyo. So I call this list Wizards. We have 4 Tamiyo, that's the main wizard, but we also have 3 Snapcaster Mage, no Tishana's Tidebinder. I don't like Tishana's Tidebinder. I don't think the card is very good. Um, it's just too expensive for the rate, but we'll keep an eye on the meta to see if maybe it has a home. We're playing against Affinity. Once again, I've played against Affinity quite a bit today. And why are we playing Wizards? Well, we have Flame of Anor. We have 3 copies of Flame of Anor. I think that Tamiyo might be the wizard that we needed to justify playing Flame of Anor. So really excited about that. I think that it's obviously a really strong card when you have enough wizards. So hoping that we can make that work out. What else is there to say? Let's just play some Magic. So we had a good start against this Affinity deck. We have Tamiyo on 1 to start making us some clues. Now Tamiyo is interesting because I think traditionally Murktide often is trying to tempo the opponent quite a bit. But Tamiyo's not doing that. It's the opposite, actually, where you're kind of outcarding the opponent. So a bit of a different direction. Ooh, that is scary. But as long as we find a land, we should be fine. I almost think maybe we should consider and then fetch. Okay, we found the land. We could still fetch the Surveil land, I think, here. I think there is like a pretty strong synergy to be said between Galvanic Discharge and Snapcaster Mage. Like Discharge can whoa there, slow down. Discharge can now deal 1 damage to this automaton here, and then down the line I can end up dealing 5 damage to something later if I have the Snapcaster Mage. So I do like that aspect of Discharge in a Snapcaster deck. Um, And we don't have to play Mishra's Bauble because I cut DRC and I cut Unholy Heat. I say don't have to, but I mean, Mishra's Bauble is still potentially just a strong card, so it wasn't that big. It's not like a big downside to have to play it. Some people even think it's an upside when you get to play it. So interestingly, we could flip our Tamiyo here, and I'm pretty tempted to do that. Xander's Lounge is new. I'm not sure if we're going up against a different version of this deck, but let's go ahead and flip this Tamiyo. I don't think we actually want a Bolt. Ooh, another Tamiyo is nice to pitch to Fawn. And I think Invert Polarity is the card I'm most likely to want to buy back, so I'll leave that in the yard. Um, but now we're kind of in the spot where we're like racing to potentially Ultimate, which just always wins the game. Hmm. Our opponent plays their Saga, now taps a black and a red mana. All right, we scoop it up. Post-board, we get a lot against Affinity. It was a deck that I expected to be pretty popular. We even have that main deck consigned to memory as a nod to Affinity, but also a lot of other decks where I think it's pretty strong. So I think these are the 5 cards, and then maybe this card that I'm pretty interested in. And then on the draw, I'm pretty interested in cutting all my Ragavans. Um, Maybe some Force Negations, probably the Invert Polarities, and then maybe the Spell Snare, I think. So I think we can bring in this. Maybe bring in a Blood Moon as well. I think the Fawns are actually fine. They have some of them are playing the Synthesizer card and the Unsealing card, which those are 3 drops. You're pretty happy to Fawn. Let's go ahead and do this. Bring out these plus 1 of the polarities and submit that for now. All right, with double consider, I think we can consider keeping this. So the reason consider is back in the deck is because of Snapcaster Mage, as well as Invert Polarity, and just trying to build a deck that plays more at instant speed. Um, Not 100% sold that this is the best approach, but it's the approach I am going with for now. All right, I think we can start by considering, and potentially we will want a subtlety. I mean, the dress down can help us remove this patchwork if necessary. It's not really the land you want to see. It's going to be painful to use that throughout the game. Can we afford to bin it though? Not really. That is the cost of including a fiery islet in your mana base, but I'm at 20 lands total. Oh, Memnite. Ouch. Okay, maybe I made a mistake here because now the awkward part is this dress down is not actually going to cover me from being able to. Well, I guess I can bounce it. Okay, I can bounce it. So I'll just end step dress down and then Brazen Borrower the patchwork to reset it. And that should be fine. Do I want to subtlety this? I probably should because they can't cast another 7 then. I think I'll just pitch the fawn at this point. The consider might actually be valuable in helping me find Brotherhood's End or something like that. If they do put this on top, then I know I might be interested in bolting a Memnite or something like that. Put on the bottom. That probably means they have more. Taking 5 down to 12, and then dress down will put me down to 11. Ooh, Flame of Anor, huh? Maybe I should just shatter here. No, it's probably better to bounce and bolt. So I could bolt this thing on the way down too. Just keep their artifacts off the table to slow their development if they have a lot of those 7s. This could potentially buy us a turn or two, making this play. 4, 5, and now they couldn't play a 7 when previously they could have. Oh, Frogmite. Okay, maybe they just already have it wrapped up. Don't play the draw 2 guy. Okay, they didn't play that, so they don't have a 7, I guess. At least we're pretty sure they don't have a 7. Taking care of this patchwork now. Not attacking. I'm not sure what that really means. Probably just a mistake on their part. But maybe I'm missing something. Um, Urza Saga, very good draw. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, draw a card. Okay. Well, I'm gonna kill that and draw 2. I think I might flip the Tamiyo here, so I can rebuy a Flame of Anor. These Urza Saga constructs are going to be a problem though. So I can rebuy Flame. Shadow Spear. Oh, Thought Monitor, and I can't consign to memory that. It's pretty gross. We are, I think, pretty big favorites from this point. We have Snapcaster, Flame of Anor, we have Lightning Bolt consigned to memory. Feels like we have a lot of the different bases covered here. Cranial Plating. It's consigned to memory that. Metal Cyst. So they don't have any mana, so they can't make. So knowing they can't equip Shadow Spear here, I'm going to counter that, and then my plan is to use Tamiyo to rebuy the Flame of Anor. So that makes sense. We'll bolt this and chump block the construct. I meant to play this land out, and I probably would have fetched and then sacked Islet maybe, so a bit disappointed on that. Ooh, wow. So that cleans up everything really well. Draw. Oh, it actually doesn't matter because I'm about to. Oh no, it did matter. I should have. No, no, no. It is. I don't know if there's a way I could do this where it worked. Draw. Ooh, dress down. Destroy all artifacts with mana value. 3 or less. Our opponent is just so crushed here. So crushed. Yep, and they scoop up the match. Awesome. Go Wizards, go Flame of Anor. Thanks for watching, guys.